At the second half of the 20th century, baseball had two of the most memorable center fielders the game has ever seen, as it was becoming the national pastime. Black and white television sets were coming into homes. Kids started collecting baseball cards. Mickey Mantle wore number 7, and Willie Mays, number 24. Those numbers mean something. We are going to briefly cover these two titans' careers, from when they entered the league in 1951 to 1968, which was Mantle's last year. Again, what we are doing is cutting Mays' career shorter, 5 years sooner, and see how his numbers stack up. Both of these men started their MLB careers in New York in 1951. Both men were born in 1931. Mays started out winning Rookie of the Year in 1951 after struggling a bit at the start, and Mantle struggled a bit and was sent down, only to come back up later in the season. Mantle is on the better team with Joe DiMaggio's last season. As rookies, the two men's teams ended up meeting in the 1951 Fall Classic, where the Yankees would end up winning in 6 games. While Mantle would end up winning 2 more World Series the next 2 seasons, Mays unfortunately missed his second and third seasons due to the Korean conflict. But when he returned, Mays helped the Giants win the World Series in 1954. By the 1958 season, the Giants left New York and headed out to San Francisco. Mantle won 3 MVP awards in the 56, 57, and 62 seasons. He also had several teammates that also won the award, being Yogi Berra, Roger Maris, and Elston Howard. Mantle could have won the award in 1958 and 1961 when he led the American League in WAR. Mays won 2 MVP awards, once in 1954 and the other in 1965. His teammate Willie McCovey won the award in 1969. But he also could have won more, especially in the 1960, 1962, and 1964 seasons when he led the National League in WAR. So Mantle does come away with more hardware and the lone megastar in the Big Apple. The two men met each other again in 1962 World Series. These were the two best players in their respective leagues. The Yankees would win in a Game 7 thriller by a single run on McCovey's lineout. Mantle would reach a couple more World Series and would end up having the record of World Series home runs with 18. Both guys had very good speed. While Mays had 339 stolen bases, Mantle perhaps didn't have as many stolen bases, but when he came into the league, he was one of the fastest players in the game. Mantle would have over a dozen injuries that slowed him down. As far as an individual player, I would go with Mays. Even with cutting Mays' career short of his last 5 seasons, Mays still has better numbers across the board. Mays still has more home runs, average, runs batted in, hits, doubles, triples, runs, stolen bases, and wins above replacement. Not to mention, he misses 2 seasons due to military duty, and his numbers are still superior, including better defense with Mays having 12 Gold Gloves. Also, I think the level of pitching that Mays had to face in the National League was much more challenging. Mays had to face Spahn, Koufax, Drysdale, Gibson, Jenkins, and later Seaver and Carlton. Mantle had one of the best pitchers in the league on his team, being Whitey Ford. He did face Early Wynn, Bob Lemon, and they both faced Jim Bunning, who played in both leagues. In conclusion, who would you say had the better career? Mays had the longevity and stats, but Mantle had the rings and played on better teams. While Mantle would end up winning 7 of 12 World Series, Mays would end up winning 1 of the 3 series he played in with the Giants, not counting the Mets. Mantle was hampered by injuries, and I think he would have played longer if he had taken better care of his body. In baseball, it has been said that numbers mean something. Baseball would eventually name the World Series MVP after Mays, although they should have named it after Mantle due to his heroics in the Fall Classic. And Willie Mays had 24 All-Star appearances, and I felt the MVP of the game should have been named after Mr. Mays. There should be a trophy in the honor of Mantle. This is a brief Mantle versus Mays. Hope you enjoyed.